Good day everyone, I'm your Mr. ATL and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we're going to discuss about the overtime pay. So let's start. At the end of this video lesson, you're expected to identify the variables needed in the computation of the overtime. Also, compute overtime pay. Let us begin with the labor rules in the Philippines. So we will have the Article 83 of the Labor Code. So ano itong Article 83 of the Labor Code? So it states that the normal number of hours of work of any employee shall not exceed 8 hours a day, exclusive of at least 1 hour of lunch break. So it must be emphasized that work hours exceeding 8 hours can still be done provided that there is an arrangement between the employer and employee for work beyond 8 hours and that the corresponding overtime pay is given. An employee who performs work exceeding 8 hours is entitled to an additional compensation equivalent to his regular wage plus at least 25% thereof. So if we are going to extend this until Article 85, which is all about the meals period, it's subject to such regulations as the Secretary of Labor may prescribe it, shall be the duty of every employer to give his employees not less than 60 minutes, so that's 1 hour, time off for their regular meals. So let's have the Article 85 of the Labor Code. It provides that an employee can work beyond 8 hours provided that he or she will be compensated for the extra hours by 25% of the hourly rate or 30% for non-regular workdays. So dito sinasabi, pinoprovide daw ni Article 87 na kapag ang employee ay nakapag-work beyond 8 hours, compensated dapat siya for that extra hours, and that is by 25% of the hourly rate. Next, Article 93 and 94 of the Labor Code provides the specifications for the hourly rate and overtime premium depending on the type of workday when an employee reports to work. So dito, in-specify dito kung magkano yung hourly rate at saka yung overtime premium. And that is depend kung anong klaseng workday siya nag-report. So for example, regular holiday ba yan, special holiday or rest day which falls on a regular holiday or rest day which falls on a special holiday. So, later on, i-discuss natin kung ano-anong day yung mga holiday na yan. Next, several wage orders such as wage orders number 20 and wage orders number 22. So, anong meron dyan? It stipulates that the cost of living allowance or COLA shall be integrated in the basic pay or daily rate. Okay, so ang living allowance daw ay integrated daw sa basic pay or daily rate. Labor Advisory Number 13, Series of 2019, listed the following regular holidays and special holidays. So, ito na yung mga day ng mga regular holidays and special holidays. So, in the Philippines, holidays are grouped into two categories, the regular holidays and special non-working days. Pag sinabing regular holiday, these are those that usually have a fixed date. The only exceptions to this rule are National Heroes Day and the religious holidays. Pero kapag sinabing special non-working day naman, these are more flexible naman. Apart from being enacted by Congress, they can also be declared by the judgment of the President. So, pag regular holiday, ito yung mga fixed date na, no? Pero may mga exception, yung mga National Heroes Day and regular religious holidays. And then special non-working days, ito naman yung flexible naman. Okay. So, pag regular holidays, January 1, So, ano yung January 1 na yan? Ayan yung New Year's Day. Sunod, we have April 9. April 9, ito naman yung araw ng kagitingan. Okay? Sumunod, May 1, ito yung Labor Day. June 12, Independence Day. August 31 is the National Heroes Day. November 30, Bonifacio Day. At itong dalawa na Idul Fitr and Idul Adha, depende yan sa date. So, ito ay kanina nga sinabi ko nga may exception na may mga ang National Heroes Day pati yung mga religious holiday yan exempted dyan. Hindi sila fixed. Next, kapag special non-working day. So we have January 25, ito yung Chinese New Year. February 25, that is the EDSA Revolution Anniversary. April 11, Black Saturday. August 21, Ninoy Aquino Day. November 1, All Saints Day. November 2, All Souls Day. December 8, the Feast of Immaculate Conception of Mary. December 24, ito yung day before the Christmas. And December 31, last day of the year. Sila ay yung mga special non-working. Okay, so how do we compute the variables needed in the computation of overtime pay? So we have different steps. Step 1, identify the regular hourly rate. So magkano kaya yung kanilang rate per hour? Paano yon? So yung regular hourly rate equals to daily rate divided by 12. Divided by 8, sorry. Kasi 8 hours ang regular work, regular time or regular hours ng pag-work ng employee. Next, step 2, identify the work day an employee reported to work. The regular hourly rate shall be multiplied by the respective percentage to obtain the hourly rate and overtime rate. So later on, I will be showing you yung mga percentage depende sa klase ng work day nila. Okay? So, ito yon. Ito, type of work day. Kapag regular holiday, yung hourly rate, syempre, isang buo, 100%. Regular lang yun na regular day. Pag overtime, madadagdagan siya ng 25%. So, nakita nyo, 100, naging 125. Kapag special holiday naman siya nag-work, hindi lang siya isang buo, may dagdag siya. 130%. Pag nag-overtime pa siya ng special holiday, 169% na yon. Pero kapag ka-rest day niya, pero nagtrabaho pa rin siya at tumapat pa ng special holiday, 150% ng kanyang hourly rate yun. E nag-overtime pa, 195% naman siya. Pero kapag ka-regular holiday, ito yung tinatawag na double pay. Kaya yung 100 magiging 200%. E mag-overtime siya during regular holiday. 260%. So, ito naman, yung day off niya o rest day niya na, pinagtrabaho pa siya, pero regular holiday pa pumutak, no? So, hindi lang siya doble, pero 260% siya. At kung mag-overtime siya nung araw na yan, 338%. So, ito yung may pinakamalaking rate, no? Sa overtime. Okay, next. Step 3, compute for the hourly rate. So, para makompute yan, yung hourly rate equals to regular hourly rate multiplied doon sa respective hourly rate percentage. Okay, so step 4, compute for the overtime rate. Kung meron man siyang overtime, kung wala naman, disregard lang tong step 4. So, paano yon? Overtime rate equals to regular hourly rate multiplied by respective overtime rate. So let's have an example. Number 1, Annle works at an accounting firm earning a minimum wage of 537 pesos daily. So ginawa natin yung example yung 537 kasi ito yung current na minimum wage. Determine her regular hourly rate, and overtime rate if she report to work on A, B, C, D, E. So, ipapakita natin lahat ng type of work days. So, regular holiday, a regular day, a special holiday, holiday during rest day, regular holiday during her rest day. So, again, this is the sample problem. So, let's begin with regular day muna. So, ang kanyang daily rate, so ang percentage muna, ang hourly rate is 100%. So, isang buo, wala mo nang dagdag. Pag nag-overtime, may dagdag na 25%. So, ito yung table, no? Kung makita nyo, ito siya. Tama naman. 100% for hourly rate and 125% for overtime rate. Okay, so daily rate niya is 537, divide natin sa 8 kasi kinukuha natin yung hourly rate per hour at nagtrabaho siya ng 8 hours. So dividing 537 by 8, that will be 67 pesos and 13 centavos. Okay, so hourly rate now is equal to 67.13 times the percentage, that is 100%. Hourly rate muna ang kukunin natin. So that is 67.13 pesos, 67 pesos and 13 centavos. Next, let's compute for the overtime rate. So sabi rito, pag overtime, 125% sa regular day. So regular day ang hino-compute. So multiplying 67.13 by 1.25 because 1.25 is 125%. So multiplying that will give you 83 pesos and 91 centavos. Okay? This means that Annie will earn 67 pesos and 13 centavos per hour for the first 8 hours. Kung may overtime, 83 pesos and 91 centavos per hour for overtime naman. So let's go to the next. This is the problem and we will compute if it is the special holiday. So the hourly rate is 130% and overtime rate is 169%. So ito ulit yung table. Pangalawa siya, 130% sa hourly rate and 169% for overtime rate. Okay, so ang daily rate niya ulit is 67.13. Multiply natin by 130 para makuha yung hourly rate and that is 87.27. Pag overtime naman, 169 na, no? So, multiply, that is 113.45. So, this means that Annie will earn 87 pesos and 27 centavos per hour for the first 8 hours. Pag may overtime naman, 113 pesos and 45 centavos per hour for overtime. Next, letter C. So, special holiday during her rest day. Okay, so the hourly rate is 150%, overtime rate is 195%. Saan ulit nakuha ang mga percentage na to? Dito siya sa table. Pangatlo, rest day on a special holiday. 150 sa hourly rate, 195 sa overtime rate. So, same process, divide muna natin para makuha yung kanyang daily rate by 8, that is 67.13. So, regular lang naman to, no? But we are looking for special holiday during her rest day. So, multiply to by 150%. And that's going to be 100 pesos and 70 centavos. Kapag overtime naman, 67.30 multiply by 195%. And that's going to be 130 pesos and 90 centavos. This means that Annie will earn 100 pesos and 70 centavos per hour for the first 8 hours. Kung may overtime, that is 130 pesos and 90 centavos per hour for overtime. Okay? Punta na tayo sa regular holiday. Ito yung double pay. Nakikita niyo yan. 200% na siya. Kapag overtime, more than double pay. 260%. Galing ulit yan dito sa table. So, divide mo na by 8. That is 67.13. Multiply by 200%. That is 134.26. Multiply by 260. That will be 174.54. So this means that Annie will earn 134 pesos and 26 centavos per hour for the first 8 hours. Kung mag-overtime naman, 174 pesos and 54 centavos per hour for overtime. And letter E, regular holiday during her rest day. So rest day na, nagtrabaho pa siya, pumatak pa yun ng regular holiday. So hindi lang siya double pay, 260% ang regular niya, no? Ang kanyang regular hourly rate. And then, sa overtime, 338%. So divide mo na by 8 ang 537, 67.13. I-multiply yan by 260%. That is, tulad kanina, 174.54. And pag overtime, by 338%. So that is 226 pesos and 90 centavos. So this means that Annie will earn 174 pesos and 54 centavos per hour for the first 8 hours. Pag overtime, 226 pesos and 90 centavos per hour for overtime. Okay, so let's have another example. Miss Ella Wong earns 850 pesos daily as a sales assistant. She reported for 8.5 hours on April 9, which happened to be her scheduled rest day. So, compute for her overtime pay and gross earning for that day. Okay, so analyze natin. Kung makikita nyo, hindi lang 8 hours siya nag-work, 8.5 hours. So, yung 8 hours yung kanyang regular work hours, tapos yung 1/2, ito yung overtime niya naman. Nag-work siya on April 9 na pumatak na kanyang rest day pa. April 9, this is regular holiday. Kung mapapansin nyo, if we will go back to our previous discussion, ito ay araw ng kagitingan. Okay, so the first step, find the regular hourly rate. So her regular hourly rate is 850 a day, but kailangan natin per hour, so divide by 8. So that will be 106.25. Okay. So according to this table, this is case number 5. Kasi rest day on a regular holiday. Dahil April 9 is a regular holiday. So hourly rate, multiply natin ito by 260% and multiply natin yan by 338 for her overtime rate. So, for hourly rate, 106.25 multiplied by 260%. So, magkano yun? 276.25. So, for overtime naman, we will multiply by 338% and that is 359.125. Okay. So, for overtime pay, magkano na yung bayad sa kanya sa overtime? Since 1/2 hours ang kanyang overtime, magiging 106.25 times 1/2 or 0.5 lang. So, hindi siya buong 359 kasi this is per hour. Since 1/2 lang yun, half lang yan. Okay? So, that is 179.5625. Next, step number 5, regular pay. So, etong hourly rate niya na 276.25, multiply natin by 8 kasi yun ang kanyang regular work hours naman. So, multiply, that is 2,210 pesos. So, we will find now the gross earning. So, yung gross earning, kukunan natin yung overtime, magkano yung kanyang overtime, magkano yung kanyang regular pay. So, add lang natin to. Okay, so 2,210 plus 179.5625 and that's going to be 2,389.5625. Okay, another example. Mr. Noel Garcia earns 880 pesos daily as an operation manager. He went to work on November 30, which happens to be his scheduled rest day and rendered 9.5 hours. Compute for his overtime pay and gross earning. Okay, if we will analyze the problem, 9.5 hours siyang nag-work, 8 hours ang kanyang regular dyan, no? At ang kanyang overtime is 1.5 hours. Nag-work siya November 30 na it happens that rest day niya yun. Okay? So, paano gagawin natin? November 30 is a regular holiday. Is that a regular holiday? Yes. Ito yung Bonifacio Day. So, compute na natin. Step 1, yung 880. Divide natin by 8 yan. That is 110 pesos. Next. So, gagamitin natin ang case 5 again. Kasi regular holiday ang November 30 at it happens na na-schedule siya sa rest day niya. So, hourly rate, 110 times 260 pesos para sa kanyang regular hourly rate. So, magkano yun? 286 pesos. So, overtime multiply by 338 naman, that is 371.80. 338% is 3.38, no? Or 3 and 38 thousandths or 3 and 38 hundredths in decimal. So, overtime pay, that is 371.80 times 1.5 or 1.5 kasi ito yung kanyang overtime. So, magkano yan? That is 557.70. Sa regular pay naman, multiply lang by 8 yung kanyang hourly rate. So, that is 2,288 pesos. And next, gross earning, i-add lang natin itong dalawa. So, that is how much? 2,845.70. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoy learning about the computation of overtime of an employee. And before I end up my video, I would like to give my special thanks to Mr. Eldrin Daligan, and I hope you learned something. Goodbye!